Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Formula Costco. It is the Season 5 finale, Race 12 of 12, the moment you've all been waiting for, the moment we have built up this entire season towards, and now it is here, the final race of this season in Abu Dhabi. I am Normie on Xbox. I am joined by BB and Potato in the booth.
Yeah, excited for this one. First finale, obviously, I've commentated.
And a finale which does not have a wrapped up championship yet. DeMeo did take a commanding lead last week in Brazil with a second place finish ahead of Slurp, who finished third. So the gap between the two is 13 points, which means if DeMeo finishes on the podium, he is your champion. If he finishes fourth with fastest lap, he is also your champion. But that would require Slurp winning the race. So DeMeo going to need to just do what he's done this entire season, finish on the podium, and he will be crowned your champion tonight. But if he runs into trouble, then the door is wide open for Slurp to step through it and take advantage.
See this Aaron on his lap there got airborne up and off a curb.
Airborne.
Yeah, believe so. Yeah, he hopped a curb. He's on a hot lap right now. I mean, not like crazy. He just, he hopped he got some airtime. Full fastest lap on. Well, that doesn't mean anything. He's on intermediate.
And there goes Joey to P1. In the Aston this week, as Alpine can clinch the Constructors' Championship last week in Brazil. So Joey decided to do a one-off with the Aston, as Aaron went to fourth, 125.6. Banjo and Cheesy Man on their outlaps. And going back to last week, one more time, we saw another crazy Brazil race where Slurp finished, he crossed the line first, but got demoted to third because of a speeding penalty. Speeding penalties were a big theme in the race last week. We saw, I want to say, at least 6 of them. And Slurp obviously had the biggest one of them all, as if he doesn't get that speeding penalty, we have a level championship coming into this race. So big implications there, and if 13 points compared to tied is a huge difference, obviously. As we got a lot of traffic. Oh, some contact as well between NASCAR fan and Joey, as there's a... Oh, and they're spinning as they go into the pits. My goodness. Now everyone returns.
I think Banjo's on a hot lap right now. And Cheesy, I think.
Yep, Banjo and Cheesy. Cheesy coming around the last corner now. And he will go to second, making an Aston 1-2. So we'll go on board with Banjo now. Potato, I want to ask you, what do you think are DeMeo and Slurp's respective mindsets going into this final race?
Well, DeMeo's just got to do what he didn't do back in Monza and just getting into stuff. He has to be what he's done all season, just be safe, get a podium, don't get into anybody. You don't need to be driving aggressive the whole race and to get a podium. I think with how good he is, he can just play it safe and still get a podium, but he can't be too safe because Slurp can easily win this race.
Yep,
And
Slurp's best shot is obviously going to be that win.
yeah, because it's a must-win for him. If he doesn't win that, then there's practically no chance.
It would require DeMeo finishing, I want to say, 8th or worse without a win for Slurp.
Although I will say it's a really not as much drivers today, but very competitive field. So
Have to agree. But yeah, I mean the lack of attendance today is going to make it harder for Slurp because DeMeo, by just starting the race, is guaranteed to at least finish 10th.
yeah, but keep in mind the tiebreakers that could decide it. So if Slurp wins the race and an outside driver gets the fastest lap, and then DeMeo gets fourth, they would be tied, I believe, right? The 25 and 12. That'd be a
Yes,
13, and they'd be tied. At that point, I think the wins, or would the wins be tied, so it would go to second place
they would
finishes?
be, yeah. And which Slurp has the more second place finishes.
So yeah, Slurp has the advantage there, but you have to take a lot of. It's going to take a lot of luck for sure for him to get it even with the win. And second fastest for Banjo, I believe it's him. Him and Joey are tied for. I'm gonna check. Yeah, they're tied for fourth in points at 107 behind the top three, Cole, Slurp, and DeMeo. So that's also a story to watch out for. Banjo and Joey, who's going to finish the higher of them to get fourth in the standings.
Yep, and then also got to point out Cheesy, Logan, and Chan are all battling for 9th, 10th, and 9th, 10th, and 11th in the standings. Cheesy has 38, Logan 36, Chan 34, so gonna have to keep an eye on that battle as well. Aaron, with just showing up tonight, would guarantee himself at least double-digit points in just a few races this season, which is pretty good for him. And we announced yesterday that we will be back on F124 for season number 6, which we will have a very short off season, just 1 week without a race, and then we will be in Baku for the exhibition on February 18th. And then we will be back for points races for season 6 with a 14-race schedule. Plus, for the first time in Formula Costco history, we will be having sprint races in 2 races next season, Austria and Coda. And the season 6 schedule is looking like a really fun one. And if everyone attends most of the races, we should have another very fun points battle to keep track of the entire season.
Yeah, I really like the diversity of the schedule. A lot of really good tracks. I'm looking forward to tracks like Imola, one that I believe. Obviously I haven't been here. I don't have y'all not gone to Imola yet.
Nope, Imola has never been on the schedule before, so next season will be the debut of that. Australia returns as the opening race of the season after a fantastic race that we had as the opener this season. Bahrain is back after a season away. Portugal had a great race last season. Spain, Austria, staples of the schedule. Then Silverstone, Qatar, Jeddah. Then we have an off week, and then we go to Imola for the first time. Then we end the season with Spa, Japan, Coda, which is back, and then Mexico and Brazil. Mexico had been a fun one. I'm glad that race is back. And then, obviously, Brazil has been a staple of the Formula Costco schedule near the end of it. And we'll be excited to get back there in a few months to decide the champion, actually, instead of it being the penultimate race like it was this season.
And keep a good eye on this racetrack. It'll be the last time we'll be here for a while, as this is no longer in the schedule, I believe, right? Because it's taken off the
Yep, no
finale.
Abu Dhabi next season. This will actually be the last race we do on Abu Dhabi in F124. As we have 6.5 minutes left to go in qualifying. Not much has changed on the leaderboard since we have talked about it, as DeMeo is on the clock for his first lap. Slurp not been on the track yet. As DeMeo goes through sector number 1.
Logan improves by 0.2. Only gains a spot though.
P4 for the RB. DeMeo had to make a little bit of a save there off the exit. Might have cost him a little bit of time.
Aaron caught the wall there for a second off that corner. Still a pretty good lap.
Goes to 4th. Good lap for Aaron. Here comes DeMeo through sector number 3, the last couple of corners. And let's see where our championship leader can place on the board. It's going to be provisional pole for DeMeo. 123 flat. And that is exactly what he needed right there. A good qualifying to put him in good position to clinch this championship.
By the looks of it, I don't know if Slurp might just get one run in. I mean,
I believe so.
it's under 5 minutes and he hasn't gone out yet.
If DeMeo's able to hold on and clinch the title tonight, it would be his first. Slurp going for number 3. He already has the most in Formula Costco history with 2 and is the defending champion. It would make back-to-back and 3 of the last 4 if he's able to pull out the crazy comeback in the last race of the season. DeMeo's finished second in points once. That was the only other season he was really full-time in the series.
Slurp is
Back
out.
in season number 2. Joey back out on track after DeMeo has just taken P1 away from him. If Joey's able to win pole tonight, it would be the 7th of the season for him. DeMeo going for pole number 3, I want to say. As here comes Slurp. 3:20 to go. Gonna warm up those tires, and this is gonna be the only run, like Potato just mentioned a minute ago. To see if he can place. Oh, jumped the curb big time there. To see if he can place ahead of DeMeo.
Two. Aston Martin sandwiching the Ferrari as they'll go for their runs, I would think, here.
Yep, Joey coming through the last corner, and he is on the clock now. Cole back out as well. Didn't realize just how fast DeMeo's lap was. He is 7/10 ahead of Joey for P1 right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough to beat that, especially if you're Slurp, but I mean, just got to do your best at this point. Even with the gap, I mean, all you got to do is get it to 123.7 if this... I mean, I don't think it'll stay the same. I think we'll have improvement, but half a second in lap time could just be one spot on the grid come the end of it.
Aaron back out. Cheesy, Logan, Chan all still in the pits. Here comes Chan out, actually. Logan following him, so basically the entire grid back on track. Joey has improved by 0.2 in the first 2 sectors, but he's going to need a big Sector 3 in order to take pole away. As we seemingly have a logjam in Sector 2 right now, that's cleared. Minute 20 left. DeMeo is back out again, so it looks like he's going to get another run in. Here comes Joey. Can he knock DeMeo off of pole? And it's going to be close. 123.2.
Oh.
He misses it by 1/10 and a half.
Slurp struggling through that section under the building. He did not do good through there, sliding all over the place.
And here he comes to the line, and it's going to be a 124-1 P4 for the Ferrari. Not what he was looking for. Banjo behind him is just taking the green. That's going to be Slurp's last lap unless he can get it around to start another one in time. As we have Cole, who is having a purple sector 2. 20 seconds to go. DeMeo looks like he's just going to get to the line to go for another lap here. So even if he gets knocked off of P1, he's going to have a chance. Joey is in Sector 3. I don't think he's going to get back to the line again. As here comes Cole. Can he knock DeMeo off? No, it's third for the Mercedes. Banjo is in Sector 2.
Ran intermediates.
And Joey did not get back to the line. Cheesy Man is finished with a 124-2. He is 6th. As here comes a lot of cars through Sector 3. Slurp's on the access road. So he had to bail out of the way to let Banjo by. And here comes Banjo to see what he can do. And 123.6 for Banjo knocks him ahead of Slurp, who will start 5th at best. And now it's down to NASCAR Fan and Chan to see if either of them can knock DeMeo off of P1. Here comes NASCAR Fan, 125.2, not going to be near enough for him. Now here comes Chan, who is slower on the Sector 2 for his final lap of the session. Here he comes. Logan just behind him.
Logan's not going to put anything up good, though.
And Chan in the wall. And Logan will not get there either, I believe. Logan to the line, 124.7. And Chan actually gets disqualified. And DeMeo comes to the line, doesn't improve, but it does not matter.
What lap did Logan put up the first time? How is that an improvement?
I'm not sure, but DeMeo coming through when it counts. Back-to-back poles in the last 2 races of the season for the Alpine. And with Slurp starting 5th, DeMeo in great position. Joey 2nd, Cole 3rd, Banjo, Slurp, Cheesy Man, Aaron, Logan, NASCAR Fan, and Chan is the grid. Our 2 title contenders, 1st and 5th. But we have 29 laps to decide the champion of season number 5. Can DeMeo get his 1st? Will Slurp get his 3rd? Will someone else win the race and steal some of the spotlight away from our title contenders?
All these guys have been waiting for all season. Final race coming up here. 2 pretty big.
What do you think the mindset is for people who are not in the championship package? We'll talk about in a second, as here we go. It is DeMeo and Joey. For the last time in Season 5, the lights are out, and we are underway in Abu Dhabi. DeMeo gets a pretty good start, but Joey's going to try to get to the inside. DeMeo sends it in and clears them. Now there's a battle for second, which Joey wins. Slurp has gained a position up to 4th already as he got around Banjo. Cole trying to go for second on Joey. They are side by side into this right-hander. Joey will have the inside and will get the better entry, but Cole with the run on the outside will clear him for second. Here comes Slurp for 3rd as well. A very good start for the Ferrari, which he needed. +2 in 1 sector. And now there's a battle for fourth as well. Here comes Banjo. And he and Slurp are going to get together a little bit there as he made the aggressive dive. Slurp able to hold on to third. Once again, Joey not getting a great start, down 3 spots. As DeMeo leads Cole by 0.6 of a second. As Banjo looking for fourth, or Joey looking for fourth on Banjo. Trying to hold it around the outside. Banjo did not have a great exit, and there goes Joey through. So minimizing the damage a little bit there as Cole got very close to the wall on the exit. And here we come to complete lap 1, DeMeo leading. And fastest lap will go to the Alpine. As, Chan is stopped at the start-finish line.
I don't know what
caution is out for him. He and NASCAR fan were battling, I believe, as Chan gets going again.
He does have damage.
Yep, Chan does have damage. Right end plate gone on the Mercedes as DeMeo is pulling away from the other Mercedes. DRS is enabled, which will close that gap back up. Aaron and Logan going at it for 7th. Aaron will get through as, there's contact between NASCAR fan and Logan as Logan cut across the wing of the Williams. Maybe a little bit of damage on NASCAR fan there as they're going to continue to battle. And Aaron trying to block every lane he cannot and will go 3 wide. And he's around, and what a save! Aaron got split 3 wide, didn't know where to go, and that was a very sketchy corner entry. And I don't know how that McLaren is still going straight. Aaron does have damage, but it could have been a lot worse.
Cole got it back up to a 1-2 tenths there at one point, but not quite passing distance.
Joey gets fastest lap. We'll have to keep track of that as well, because that could come into play if DeMeo or Slurp are able to get it.
Well, we saw earlier, I can't remember what season it was, what race it was, where Joey took the fastest lap on the final lap, not in contention for the win, by just going on to softs because of a big gap. I wouldn't rule that out here. I mean, we got him and Banjo battling for points, Cheesy and other guys battling for points. An extra point for fastest lap is going to be taken anywhere it can.
Speaking of one of those guys battling for the last spots and points, Logan and Aaron are having a crazy battle back here for 8th place. They've made contact multiple times.
Top 3 all staying in tow pretty close.
Joey able to close that gap back up, so it's a top 6 train at the moment. And NASCAR fan is 7 seconds back of these guys, so. Coming to complete lap 3, 26 laps to go in the race and in the season. As Aaron and Logan continue to go at it, Logan gets the better of him this time into the final corner. Aaron with the crossover move, and he will go back to the inside.
I think it'll be a tale of 2 battles through the first 6, all DRS training, and behind them, NASCAR fan, Logan, and Aaron all battling each other.
On board with Cole, who has the DRS on DeMeo, gets the big run. Not quite enough to make a move, but he is now right on the back of DeMeo. And we'll get another shot with it at DRS here. And DeMeo going to block low, but here comes Cole steaming around the outside. And we have our first lead change of the night. Cole takes it away in sector number 2. DeMeo going to pressure him into sector 3.
This is good for Slurp in the sense that DeMayo's no longer leading, but he cannot let DeMayo hold him up and Cole pull away because he needs a win.
And DeMayo can't finish on the podium, or it doesn't matter what Slurp does.
Yeah.
Would not be surprised if we see the Ferrari get a little bit physical. Try to do anything he can to win this championship.
Well, the unfortunate thing is he doesn't have any teammates to help him. He's basically all on his own. Neither does DeMayo, but I have a feeling maybe Joey, even though they haven't had the best of relationship after Brazil, he might be more apprehensive around DeMayo.
DeMayo's going to get DRS on Cole down the straightaway. He has the run, going to go to the inside for the lead. And by the time they get to the apex, DeMayo is clear into the lead. Cole having to play some defense on Slurp there. Compromised his exit a little bit, allowed DeMayo to pull away. As Chan is into the pits for a wing change and hard compound tires.
Cole back to the lead.
As Cole took the lead back away. While all that was going on. Cole and DeMayo continue to swap it. We haven't really seen Slurp able to mount a challenge to these front two quite yet. And as we come to complete lap 5, we'll take a look at the tire compounds. And Potato, walk us through what you think the strategy is going to be.
I think it'll be another
straightforward.
Yeah, another usual medium to hards. Again, I was surprised at Brazil how long they can make it. I think it's up into question now whether how long they'll stretch it, but I think we'll see a lot of what Chan did, but obviously a bit later, stretching it longer on the mediums to hards.
We saw drivers go 23, 24 laps on mediums last week. Obviously longer laps here, but still they stretched them way longer than we thought. As here comes DeMayo to the inside. And the lead once again belongs to him. Cole once again having to defend from Slurp, as Aaron has now made a pit stop. I believe he had some damage as well. So Aaron and Chan are both onto hard tires already. Cole tried the outside there for the lead, couldn't get it to work. And Cheesy Man has lost touch with the top 5, so now it is just them who have broken away from the rest of the field.
I mean, barring a safety car or a big mistake by DeMayo, Banjo is the only hope for Slurp at this point, getting ahead of him back to 5th. Unless, of course, Joey keeps, I think, the fastest lap at this point.
Yep, Joey does have the fastest lap. Which Slurp needs a win in fastest lap and a DeMayo 4th place or worse finish to win the championship. But if he doesn't get fastest lap and DeMayo finishes 4th or better, the title belongs to DeMayo. We'll keep reiterating that throughout the night just to make sure everyone knows what the stakes are.
It would be, so Slurp has the tiebreaker, so it would be, he doesn't, the person who needs the fastest lap would be DeMayo if he gets 4th and Slurp wins. Slurp, if he wins and DeMayo gets 4th, he doesn't need the fastest lap. He needs either nobody or him to get it.
Right. Misspoke there a little bit. But right now, DeMayo in the lead. That's all he needs to do. Just keep it up front.
I'm just not seeing the pace out of Slurp. Running great in 3rd, but he's got to pick up the pace here. Just running stagnant in 3rd. He's eventually going to lose the top 2 if he keeps running like this, because he's not getting into position to make any moves ahead.
He got that good start, but since then hasn't really been able to go anywhere, as we're seeing a lot of early pit stops. Here comes Cheesy Man in as well here. You think there's any real strategy to pitting this early?
Well, I think the first 2 weren't strategy, it was just damage, but I guess so here. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't pit this early, but I'm not driving.
Abu Dhabi, I feel like, is known for being tough on tire wear as well, so...
Yeah, those hards are going to be screaming by the time we finish this, I think, if you pit now. I think a minimum, what you think, 11, 12 laps in, maybe?
Yeah, I would say around that. So pit window could open pretty soon. But I imagine everyone's going to try to run a little bit longer just to make sure they have that grip that they need at the end of the race.
Well, we've seen it a couple times. The shortcut can look like a gold mine, and then it'll come back to bite you in the end with the track position over time.
I'm noticing a lot of drivers are getting really close to the wall at the exit of the second to last corner. That could end up being a trouble spot if people get too aggressive. Could see some damage come from that. Nobody gotten particularly close yet, but as the race winds on, the tires get more worn and the intensity picks up, we could see that change. But I'm also seeing that through every corner, DeMeo just pulls away. He, by far, I think, has the best car in the corners. Cole's able to close with the DRS and maybe some better straight line speed, but I'm seeing every single corner, it seems like DeMeo just pulls at least a tenth or maybe two sometimes on Cole. You see it there. Cole was within 4 tenths, and then now he's 6 tenths back, but got to close back in with the DRS to 2 tenths of a second. It's just as I talk about it, DeMeo got really loose right there, had to hang on for dear life, and now Cole is all over him looking for the lead. That was almost disastrous for the championship leader. If he spins there, he goes back to 5th and puts Slurp in great position.
Shades of maybe, I think it was 2006 Tony Stewart Cole kind of a run here. He's been winning races as the two championship leaders have been battling the whole time. Not in contention for a championship, but he's going to race like he's in the championship, like he's leading the points every week. He's not going to race these guys any different.
Nine laps complete, which means we have 20 laps to go. DeMeo has led all but one. As Logan is in now to the pits.
Yeah, they lost so much time, Logan and Aaron battling, that Cheesy already passed him on the hards prior to him pitting here.
There's a yellow out. Joey had an issue on the corner exit. And he lost a ton of time. He doesn't have any damage, but it looks like he half spun it maybe.
This is not looking good for Slurp. He needs, at this point, unless a safety car comes out, for DeMeo to make a direct mistake. Because they are well and clear of 4th place Banjo.
Before that, Banjo lost them, and then Joey was with them until that mistake. And so now it's just the top 3 who are all together. Cole took the lead while we were looking at what happened to Joey, but DeMeo's going to be able to just hold on to 3rd here, and if he finishes on the podium, it doesn't matter what Slurp does.
Slurp just can't get. I mean, he's not really even gotten close enough. It's like a 2 tenths kind of, 2-3 tenths kind of buffered the closest he can get. Battle for the lead here.
DeMeo to the inside, and we'll clear Cole. I mean, I have to say, Slurp isn't really pushing that much. As actually, just as I say that, here he comes using ERS, trying to make a move as there goes Cole flying around the outside to DeMeo for the lead. Here comes Slurp to the outside looking for second. Not quite going to be there on the exit of the corner. Slurp finally able to mount a challenge to these front two.
Then they just pull away from him through here.
Yeah, just like that, he loses 0.6 of a second.
Think how different of a chance of this would be if that 10-second penalty doesn't happen at Brazil last week.
Yeah, I would be...
Slurp wouldn't need to be pushing anything right now. He'd be in a good spot.
Yeah, they would be tied.
Yeah, I mean, one spot behind second. You don't need to pass him at any point. But here, I mean, you got to go, but it's not even in his control at this point.
Slurp needs a DeMeo mistake or a safety car and a crazy restart. As Cheesy Man pitted early, just past... Oh, Slurp going for the lead. As soon as I pull away, he got the 2-for-1 on the straightaway there, and first time we've seen Slurp lead tonight.
DeMeo's got to be smart here, though. You cannot push the issue for the battle for the lead. All you have to do is stay in the top 3.
Here comes Slurp to the line, will lead for the first time tonight. DeMeo holds second. And Banjo has actually closed on these guys a little bit as Joey comes into the pits. That pit window is open, as we mentioned before. We're through 12 laps. And so Joey will put on the hard tires. He needs to try this undercut to try to get back up to the leaders, as he fell way behind. But Banjo not going away. He's got a lot of work to do to try to get back up to the top 3. It's going to be tough, but he's not going away as DeMeo goes to the inside of Slurp for the lead. And he will take it away as Cole almost runs into the back of the Ferrari there on the corner exit. And Slurp pushing again. We'll get the big run to the outside. And he is your new leader. Joey rejoined in 7th on hard tires. Slurp is rooting for him to get back up into that top 3 fight. As Cole gonna come in to pit road here on lap number 13. Try to undercut the top 2. So pit strategy starting, Banjo in as well. Slurp and DeMeo continue on. And here's about the point where we thought we might see some pit stops. And they are happening. Cole a clean stop, Banjo a clean stop as well. Having to wait a long time, actually. Banjo did not get the stop that he wanted there. That's going to hurt his chances of getting back up to the front runners.
Is he going to pass him? No, not quite.
And DeMeo retakes the lead from Slurp. As Cole is now 3 seconds ahead of Banjo, who now is going to have to contend with Cheesy Man. Joey's 3 seconds behind these guys, so Joey did not make up any time. He actually lost a significant amount, as here comes Slurper on the outside. And they swap the lead around again. And I imagine we will see both of them probably in this time.
The one thing DeMeo cannot do is speed. The only thing he cannot do is speed.
Watching the front two, see if they decide to pit. Slurp in. DeMayo's going to follow him. Let's make sure they both get to pit road speed safely. They do. And DeMayo is as well. Clean stop for Slurp. DeMayo clean stop as well. They are back out bumper to bumper as here comes Cole flying down the front straightaway. Will Cole get the lead away from the top two? Here comes Slurp and DeMayo out of the pits. There's Cole around the outside. And on the exit, he will clear them by a lot. 1.6 seconds. The one-lap undercut for Cole created an almost 2-second lead for him. Nice strategy from the Mercedes. Now it's going to be on DeMayo and Slurp to catch up to him.
Well, and, I mean, it's going to be tough to stay there, but Banjo isn't... I actually he's 1.4 behind, so not quite in range there.
That was a good cycle for Banjo. He at least has a shot to get back up there. Logan has made a second pit stop to go back on to medium tires. As we watch DeMayo and Slurp try to run down the Mercedes of Cole. Not made any ground so far.
I feel like it's been, in my time commentating, it's been either NASCAR fan or Josh Brown, the last person on the strategy of tires. These 14 laps mediums, last person to pit.
The theme continues as Cole actually took the fastest lap away on that lap. Took it away from Joey.
That would be good for Slurp, but I mean, what? How much is it going to do at this point? Well, first, you got to get the lead from him. Then you have to have DeMayo lose a spot to Banjo somehow.
And Banjo's not gaining on these guys, but DeMayo is gaining on Slurp and take second away from him, which is not what Slurp needs. As they both have now caught up to Cole, as the two Astons are going at it for fifth. Joey and Cheesy Man. Joey took fifth away right there. Past halfway now in Abu Dhabi, the last race of the season. And Cole leads DeMayo and Slurp. They are gone from the rest of the field by 3 seconds. Banjo is fourth, Joey is fifth. As DeMayo puts a lot of pressure on Cole for the lead. We talked about how fast his car was through the corners, and there is a significant development with the fastest lap for DeMayo. Put some more insurance on this championship trophy that he is seeking at the end of this race.
Well, keep in mind here, for... Oh, Logan getting a penalty, but... I don't think, I don't know if Cheesy would have it in him to put up a fastest lap, but Joey, on the other hand, he's done it in the past. He has a giant gap to 2 cars behind him to Logan, so I don't think it's out of the question until the final lap to who will maybe go on south to a last-second attempt at a fastest lap.
NASCAR fan did finally make his first pit stop, so everyone has now made a stop this race as Slurp takes second from DeMayo and tries to go around the outside of Cole for the lead. He got a great run in the exit of that corner, but not going to be quite enough unless he makes a crazy aggressive move. Cole holds the lead through Sector 3 as we're coming to 12 laps to go.
And the Banjo's not completely out of the question here. 3 seconds behind DeMayo. So at this point, it's just Or hoping for a safety car, really, because I don't think DeMayo's going to make a mistake. Or big enough mistake. Chan
And
getting
I
the
was just
penalty.
about to bring up the topic of time penalties. If DeMayo were to get one and Banjo caught up a little bit, then that would demote DeMayo to fourth.
I think the problem is, though, I mean, let's say, I think, how?
My goodness, Chan.
Okay, got 10-second penalty for the battle for last. Let's slurp to the lead, though.
Yep, retakes it from Cole.
What I was saying about that is, I think, a 3-second penalty won't do it. He'll need something hefty like a 5-second or a 10-second to really put him in danger of Banjo being ahead of him come the end of this race. So I think really, unless DeMayo wrecks it or there's a safety car or both, I don't think. Slurp's just gonna have to be hoping at this point.
Yep. Anything can happen, though, with 11 laps to go. 11 laps left in the season. Slurp is your leader with Cole second, DeMayo the championship leader in third. If it finishes the way it runs right now, he would be your Season 5 champion.
Oh my god.
And there's another
Chan
penalty
just
for
completely just did not even try to take the corner past Logan there.
And Chan now, that has to be a Formula Costco record. 43 seconds of time penalties. Oh my goodness. And there's another one, 53 seconds in time penalties.
Are they going to kick him out of here eventually?
He might get disqualified at this rate. That has to be a record.
I was about to say the best
seconds of time penalties.
The best chance at a safety car might be the battle for 9th, but I don't know if the Mercedes isn't allowed in the race anymore, and there's not much battles left in the track other than the lead.
Coming to 10 laps to go in the season, and is Slurp and DeMayo 1-2 and make that 56 seconds in time penalties for Chan. I don't think he has too many more. He's going to get disqualified. The final 10 laps of season number 5. And it is the two that have dominated the season in first and second, battling it out for one more win and the championship.
1 minute.
And there he goes. Chan becomes the first person, I think, in Formula Costco history to be disqualified by the AI for 1 minute of time penalties. Wow, wow, wow. And the top two, as they battle it out, Slurp takes the lead back, have actually pulled away from Cole, which is even worse news for Slurp, because now it's just him and DeMayo going at it, and doesn't really matter what happens here, as there's yellows at Sector 3 for Logan, I believe, who is now into the pits for the third time this race. Logan going to likely go a lap down here, and Logan has retired, which means there are only 8 cars left in the race. Logan did retire in the pit road, though, and as opposed to on the track, which means we will stay green. And the top two have pulled far away from Cole. Cole has fallen off here on those one-lap older tires, which means it's just going to be a Slurp versus DeMayo battle for the win, barring a late safety car. As here comes DeMayo for the lead to the inside, and he clears him going into the braking zone.
I mean, this really shows the confidence of a champion going through here and battling for the lead for the championship when he doesn't need to get the win, but he still wants it anyways.
He wants to put that exclamation mark on the season, but Slurp trying to send it around the outside. Tried to get the move done. They're going to be side by side here into Sector 3. This could get a little bit sketchy, but DeMeo clears them. And like you said, no backing down from the championship leader, even though he has the championship seemingly in hand. 8 more laps to go in the season as DeMeo crosses the line. And they have pulled 3 seconds out of Cole now, who is struggling for pace here later in this run.
I think that's just the strategy. It really mattered the amount of laps on the tires, because Sheezy went down there first of the guys, I think, intentionally going down pit road, and he's 16 seconds behind his teammate at this point.
Slurp will have the DRS down this straightaway. Look for another move on DeMeo. With ERS activated, the big run for the Ferrari. Here he comes to the outside and sends it in there and gets the move done. If Slurp does win this race, that would be win number 3 of the season for him. DeMeo has 3 wins. Cole has 3, I believe, as well. Cole now 4 seconds back of the front 2. As you see the battery differential from the top 2, Slurp has 20%, DeMeo 80. And he's going to use that here to clear him for the lead. Now it's really just about the battle for the win here in Abu Dhabi. Barring a late crash.
Everybody's kind of spread out at this point, so I don't think any issue of a safety car is going to come up here unless a single car mistake happens.
Five laps to go at the line. DeMeo is the leader now. Cole, Banjo, Joey, your top 5. Cheesy Man and Wellback. And then NASCAR vet and Aaron. The runners in the race left in the Season 5 finale. It has been a thrilling season, and it's going to come down to DeMeo and Slurp battling it out for one more win. Under 5 to go now. Whoever wins this race would tie Cole for the most wins this season with 4. As Slurp and DeMeo both have 3. But they have been the more consistent ones as opposed to the Mercedes, and that's why they are the ones left battling for the championship. Here comes DeMeo to the inside for the lead one more time. As he uses ERS to try to keep it. DeMeo trying to put the exclamation mark on a historic season.
Battle for 4th heating up somewhat. Joey trying to get in DRS range with Banjo. And this is for a spot in points.
It is, you're right, they are tied in points for 4th in the championship. So Joey closing in, trying to take it away. As Logan and Chan, 2 of the people that were battling for 9th in the championship with Cheesy Man, have...
And Joey lost a second in that corner to Banjo.
Yeah,
he was
as soon as
almost
we started pointing out the battle.
Gain it back,
and
though.
Cheesy Man will clinch 9th in the championship standings, as Logan and Chan, both the guys he was battling with, have retired.
I think that 9th doesn't reflect the speed Cheesy had. One of the best mid-pack drivers, probably. Oh, he's going to go down pit road.
Yes, he is.
Probably more around 6 or 7
NASCAR fan
range.
passed him.
Off pace this season.
Cheesy Man going to mediums here. And he's retired, actually. So that'll leave us with 8 drivers left. And now all of the drivers that were battling for 9th in the championship have all retired. Yes, yellows are Sector 1. That's Joey that was off pace. Or no, I'm sorry, that's Cheesy Man's AI, who for some reason came back onto the track, even after he retired in the pit lane. Interesting. Let's hope that doesn't bring out a safety car. Cole's into the pits. And probably going for the fastest lap here, as he had a 17-second gap to Banjo. And there he goes back out. DeMeo still leads, as we're under 3 laps to go in the season. It's going to be one more DeMeo versus Slurp battle to finish it out. Put a cap on a very thrilling Season 5 we've had here on F1 24 and Formula Costco.
Cole going to catch up to Rad for Joey. Sorry, Joey coming up for the 4th position. It's not going to help Joey unless he lets him by really quick, because you have to battle somebody while trying to catch up to Banjo. I think he's going to have the 4th position slip away in points. But again, the driver, I mean, 5th in points, if this is how it goes for Joey, does not reflect how good he's, especially in qualifying, he's been all season. Been one of the fastest guys out here, just hasn't been able to convert it into good points hauls.
Joey's won 50% of the polls this season. It's a crazy stat for him. And speaking of crazy stats, barring a late race mistake here, DeMeo, whether he wins or finishes 2nd, would finish on the podium 11 of the 12 races this season. That is ridiculous.
And hey, to help him into next season, wasn't it Monza his one non-podium finish?
Yep.
I believe, right? And we're not going there next season, so that'll help him out.
Yeah. But for now, we have DeMeo versus Slurp for the final win of Season 5. As we have a lap and a half to go, DeMeo has been able to hold the lead through those DRS zones, so Slurp has the ERS advantage now going to the last lap of the race. Coming to the white flag this time for DeMeo. One more lap in Season 5. It's going to be our title rivals, DeMeo and Slurp 1-2. And we are a speeding penalty away last week from this battle for the win being the battle for the championship. But nevertheless, they're still going to battle it out to see who can get their 4th win of the season. Through Sector 1 for the final time, as there is the fastest lap for Cole. He takes it off DeMeo. And here comes Slurp with the big run to the outside. He's going to go with the ERS, and Slurp is your new leader on the last lap of the race. DeMeo, whoa, DeMeo sent it in there, almost hit the back. I do not know how he missed the rear wing of the Ferrari, but he jumped the curb, and that's going to lose him a lot of time. He's going to have to get an almighty run in order to get back to the Ferrari in time. But Slurp with a 7/10 lead is going to look to bring it home. Into Sector 3, the last sector of the season. And Slurp is 3 corners away from win number 4.
Battle for 4th in points. Banjo and Joey. Joey got up right to his bumper off the DRS. Or not a bumper, it's a, you get the point.
2 corners to go, and it's going to be win number 4 this season for Slurp, but behind him, it's going to be championship number 1 for AJ DeMeo, 11 of 12 on the podium. AJ DeMeo is your Season 5 champion. He beats Slurp by 6 or 7 points to clinch it, and DeMeo caps off the historic season with his first career championship, one he's been waiting a while on, and he has to be thrilled right now in the party, I'm sure. Here comes Cole, gonna end it with a 3rd for the Mercedes, and the battle for 4th is gonna come down to the wire. It's a photo finish, and Joey steals it at the line! Oh my goodness! Wow!
What a move on the outside!
That was incredible! Joey with the move potentially of the season right there, and that'll get him 4th in the championship, and he beats Banjo to the line by 33 1,000ths of a second. Oh my goodness.
Sorry, I was so enthralled in the 4th place battle, I didn't realize how close DeMeo was to the line. Slurp was to the line. Kind of cut you off at the end there, but
Nah, it's all good.
yeah, that'll be, and we'll have NASCAR fan finishing the season off in 6th.
There's Slurp's crash car at the line as he DNF'd as soon as he took the win. So Slurp gets win number 4. Here comes Aaron to finish it out 7th. And that is it, folks. Season 5 is over. We're going to talk to Slurp, the winner, and DeMeo, the championship winner, in just a few minutes. And Slurp gets driver of the day. And as we watch the podium celebration, we will try to get them two in the party to collect their final thoughts from the season and talk to DeMeo and congratulate him on his championship. DeMeo, Slurp, and Cole, the 3 best drivers of the season, celebrate on the podium for one final time. As we take one last look at the finishing order, Slurp is your winner. Cole got fastest lap in 3rd place. And here are our 2 interviewees. Make sure you guys' audio is included. And DeMeo, we're going to start with you. You did it, man.
I did it. Yeah, that was crazy. Fun battle. Low key almost wrecked myself out on the last lap, but it's all good. We made it through. Um, yeah, it was a crazy season. Um, good battle, good season-long battle with Slurp. Very close the whole season. I don't think we were ever separated by like any more than like what 20 points maybe. So
Yep.
it was close. It was fun. I'm happy to be able to finally call myself an F1 champion. And I'm looking forward to next season already. We got more races next season. We got sprint races. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hyped. I love this league. It's great.
Well, congratulations, big congratulations to you, man. 11 of 12 races on the podium. That is incredible.
Yeah.
Historic season. And I want to hear your mindset going into this race tonight. Were you nervous at all?
Yeah, I was definitely nervous, but I knew I would be quick. Um, and I knew as long as I really just stayed within touch of Slurp, I had a chance. And realistically, I knew I'd probably come out on top. And that's exactly what happened. So I guess I was right. Um, I didn't. I anticipated it being it coming down to like 4 or 5 cars because it's kind of just a DRS train track. I mean, you saw the whole race. We were just swapping positions back and forth on the straightaways, but others' misfortunes allowed Slope and I to kind of make a gap, and it was just the two of us there at the end. Kind of sucks to not win, not gonna lie. A little disappointed, but big picture here was obviously just bringing it home in a good enough position to win the championship, which is exactly what I did. So I'm not gonna complain about it. Um, but yeah, I did exactly as I planned going into this race, which was just keeping it clean and finishing on the podium, as I've done many times this season.
Yep, more times than we can count on both of our hands. 11 podiums for you. And we were talking about next season. You were talking about next season just a minute ago. What is your outlook next season as you try to defend your championship?
Yeah, it's weird to say that, but I'm optimistic. And I feel like ever since Baku, really, I just feel like I've taken that next step in speed that I was kind of lacking previously. There always seemed to be a gap between guys like Cole and Slurp. I just couldn't keep up with them, but I don't know. It seems like I've closed that gap up a lot. So I'm excited. I think if it, I think if we all make every race next season, it'll be a really good three-foot-way battle between Slurp, myself, Cole, Rowdy, Honey Badger if he shows up. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Don't know what car I'm in quite yet, although we've had some discussions with people, but we'll see what happens at the draft. So, looking forward to it.
All right, well, before I hand it off to Potato to see if he has any questions for you, I do want to mention, DeMeo, you have made more history tonight. You are the only driver in Costco history to be a Cup champion and a F1 champion.
Yeah, that
How
is
does that
true.
make you feel?
That's pretty cool. Cup has always been my specialty, I guess, in terms of league racing. So, I never was sure if it would ever translate over to F1 because it's so different. Quite frankly, it's harder. You need to just be better at the game. Um, and it's very rewarding to say after 5 seasons to finally call myself an F1 champion and to have that alongside my cup title. It is really cool. I like it. I think it's fitting Joey and I being on the same team are technically both F1 and Cup champions if you count the constructors. So I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, and to win the constructors too, although not as important. That's cool. Thank you to Joey for helping, even though I technically would have won it on my own, but that's besides the point. Um,
Uh,
yeah.
and you got both of those championships done in just the last 3 months. So, good a
Yeah.
run of league racing here for you lately. Big congratulations to you, just from me personally. It's been a
Thank
lot of
you.
fun watching you this season, calling the battles, and yeah, looking forward to next season just like you are.
Thank you. Looking forward to it as well. We'll put a show on for you guys.
Potato, you got anything for DeMeo?
Yeah, I'm just sure happy that Monza's gone because other than that, it was a perfect podium season every race.
It was, yeah. Monza, it does suck a little bit now looking back on it. Kind of missed out on Monza because that was a mistake-filled race for me and a lot of people. It wasn't just me, but I had pretty good speed at Monza until I got the wing damage and that stack up going to the first turn on that one lap. But it's okay. 11 out of 12 podiums is still pretty content with that, so I'm not gonna complain.
All right, DeMeo. Well, thank you very much. Congratulations again. Now we're going to go to Slurp, the
You.
race winner tonight. Slurp, you got 4 wins this season. You came up
Nope.
6 points short of the championship.
I got
Take
three.
us through your feelings
Okay.
right now.
I got 3 wins.
You got three? Oh, I'm
Uh,
sorry.
uh, First off, I want to say congratulations to AJ DeMeo. That was good battle all season long and
Thank you.
good race battle, final
Fun
battle at
racing.
the end. Yeah. Oh, uh, it would have been really cool if I was closer on points to DeMeo. That'd been cool little generational highlight, but it just wasn't meant to be. Uh, a lot of moments in this season I look back on. Just wish I could, travel back in time, change a little thing here and there. Australia, shout out my teammate. Spain, shout out Jake. Just a couple of races that I thought I had a decent amount of bad luck thrown my way, but at the end of the day, I had chances to make up that bad luck, like in Brazil, where I fumbled and got that penalty when that would have been a huge swing for me in the championship if I hadn't done that. But tonight, I didn't expect to do as well as I did, but I had a lot of fun, was happy to at least end the season off on a positive note. And uh yeah, that's about it. I'm looking forward to next season.
Yep. So, was just about to ask you about that. What is your mindset going into next season, looking for that third championship in F1?
Uh be be just a little bit better in places. I just honestly all I want is a pole next season. It's been forever since I've gotten a pole, and unfortunately on F124 it just hasn't been my strong suit in qualifying, and that's one thing I think I really need to improve next season is my qualifying. Besides that, I'm looking to some races being back on the schedule, like Coda, probably my best track. Uh, yeah. Besides that, looking forward to another fun season. Hopefully even the attendance.
Oh, uh-oh. Oh, there he goes. Well, oh well. I was gonna congratulate Slurp on a fun battle, a lot of fun battles. This. Oh, there he is. Welcome back.
Disconnected me. I don't know why. That's great.
Uh, do you want to finish what you were saying, or are you done?
I think I've got everything off my chest.
All right. Potato, you got anything to say to Slurp?
No, I think just hang
Uh,
your head up, Slurp. You did a great job.
Thanks, Viva and Potato. I can always count on your support. Thanks to Mayo.
Well, thank you both for a very fun and entertaining season. The championship battle came down to the wire. It was a lot of fun to watch from the booth, and already looking forward to next season. Thankfully, we don't have to wait too long for
Yeah,
it,
hold up,
as
hold. Oh, I just want to say one more thing. Uh, I want to say thank you to Normie on Xbox and BB and Potato and the head staff at Twitch.tv for making these races streamed to the world. I know these get a lot of views, and I'm happy I'm able to present and put my best foot forward, and while Normie and BBN commentate wonderfully throughout the season and continue to make Costco Formula One a complete place.
Thank you for that, Slurp.
No problem.
And with that, we are going to sign off from season number 5. It has been a thrilling ride, and it is now over, but we will not be gone for too long. We have a week off next week, and then after that, we are back for the season 6 exhibition race at Baku. Not a points race next season, but still going to have it on the schedule, and that will kick off season number 6. And then after that, we're off to Australia again, and then we're off on a 14-race ride to crown another season champion. We will see you guys in Baku in 2 weeks. Congratulations to AJ DeMeo, your Season 5 champion. See you guys in Baku in 2 weeks.